Besides taking your blood pressure or testing your reflexes, doctors may also do a smell test during future visits. A study from Michigan State shows that poor sense of smell may be linked to the risk of dying within 10 years. Now, doctors believe poor sense of smell, it is an early sign of Parkinson's, but they aren't sure why the lack of smell increases the risk of death so much.
It's been my life's dreams to make films, the films I want to make, the films that I want to make that come straight from my soul, and to just do what I want to do.
As Hollywood remembers Oscar-nominated director John Singleton, his death is putting renewed attention on the fact that strokes are not just something that happens to the elderly. Chris Welch is taking a look at some of the risk factors involved.
The tragic yet high-profile deaths of 51-year-old John Singleton and 52-year-old Luke Perry, plus Game of Thrones actress Emilia Clarke's revelation that she, too, suffered a stroke after season 1, all reminders that the risk of stroke should be taken seriously.
This is the most time-sensitive disease we have.
Stroke surgeon Dr. Donald Fry at the Swedish Medical Center says if these cases teach us anything, it's this. Strokes can happen to anyone, regardless of age.
We treated a 15-year-old wrestler who was wrestling in practice and kind of collapsed. And the first thing that the physicians in the emergency room thought was it was a drug overdose. So I think it's not on the front of the minds of most people in someone who's young.
A stroke happens when oxygen can't get to the brain because a blood vessel is blocked or bursts. It's the 5th leading cause of death in the United States. One of the telltale signs you may be having a stroke, if half your face or one arm or one leg goes numb.
It's an absolute medical emergency. The brain needs the blood flow, and if we don't get the person to the right hospital quickly for treatment, within hours it may be too late.
But there are risk factors to watch out for. Singleton, like many African-American men, struggled with high blood pressure.
Obesity is going up. That's a risk factor for stroke. Poorly controlled high blood pressure can affect the young. Just lifestyle issues, illicit drug use, smoking, vaping, all these things are risk factors for stroke.
Now, you can be young, fit, and healthy and still have a stroke.
Can you lift your left arm or right arm straight up in the air?
But Fry says if we're taking care of our bodies, it significantly decreases our risk. I'm Chris Welch reporting.